Hey guys,
Hey,
we're at a local farmer's market to pick up some ingredients,
for our simple tomato sauce, and we are going to take you shopping with us.
but first I had to get my absolute favorite,
An absolute must.
some hazelnut wafers, little nocholas. So let's go. So usually we can tomatoes. Not everyone has canned tomatoes at home, so the next best thing would be to come to your store and buy some tomato puree or passata. My favorites usually, to be honest, are in a glass container or the box. I don't mind the canned ones, but I do feel like they have a little bit of a metally taste. The thing to look for obviously would be color, but then also ingredients. It is 100% Italian tomatoes and sea salt. That's so important. That's what you want to look for. We don't want any garlic powders.
The pasta aisle can definitely be overwhelming. As you can see, there are a lot of different varieties. You really want to choose a pasta that's more on the white side versus yellow. This brand in particular here, you can tell that the pasta is white and it also has bronze die extruded. What that means is that the tool that's used to cut the pasta is bronze, and so it gives the pasta a whiter color and also adds texture, which basically translates to that the sauce is going to attach better to the pasta. Di Cecco is a good brand as well. You want to look at the ingredients on the pasta. So you really don't need a lot of ingredients to have a good quality pasta. So here we have Italian organic durum wheat semolina, which is perfect. Also want a pasta that does not cook within 7 minutes or less. This is ready in 11 minutes, which is also the sign of a really great quality pasta. There are a few things that you want to keep in mind to choose the best quality olive oil. The first thing is the color of the container that the olive oil comes in. You really want to steer clear of olive oils that are in a clear jar or plastic container, mainly because when light comes through, it can really change the flavor of the olive oil. You really want to look for a dark green or dark brown bottle of olive oil. These olive oils get produced in Europe and they're brought over to the American market. You want to look at the date that they're harvested and only get an olive oil that's been harvested within 12 months. You want to make sure that the olive oil is only coming from one country. If it has 3 or 4 different countries, that means it's more of an industrial olive oil, so the quality is not there.
Little tip of mine, because I don't like my hands smelling all garlicky, you can buy fresh garlic, but I also like buying it chopped. You can get it in water or in olive oil. I always go with the one in olive oil.
So we're gonna go ahead and start off just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to be too oily, but you need enough for the garlic to saute as well. I'm gonna try to get down here a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with the rest of it, but maybe just the tip. You know, and so don't be alarmed when you mix in this cold sauce into the hot oil. That's normal. Okay.
Just as predicted.
And that's it. We're gonna put it back on the heat.
Oh, I can smell the garlic though. This smells good.
And then we have our fresh basil that we're gonna put in, and let me stir this, and then we're gonna add some salt. And it's always good to use a wooden spoon. It handles the sauce really well.
I know that everyone's thinking, wow, this is a bland sauce, but it's delicious because you've picked the best quality ingredients. So the olive oil gives it flavor, the tomatoes that are just tomatoes give it flavor, your basil, we bought the fresh basil. It's delicious and so fragrant. It's gonna go so well with your pasta. So it's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna turn it down and just kind of let the sauce simmer and cook nice and slow, and you can smell the tomatoes, smell the basil, smell the garlic. It smells delicious.
So our water's come to a boil for our pasta. So the next thing we want to do is salt it. We're going to do about 1/2 pound. All right, our pasta is officially done.
Good, because
so
I'm starving.
what we're going to want to do, completely up to you, but we like to save ourselves having to wash something additional. So this is what we'll do. You're going to take the lid of your tomato sauce and come over to the stove, or not the stove, I'm sorry, the sink. And you're just gonna use your lid
And you get a facial.
Exactly. Who said that cooking isn't therapeutic?
I know.
It's okay if there's a little bit of pasta water in there, by the way, because it also helps to thicken the sauce a little bit as well. So that's fine if there's some on the bottom. All right, so before you just dump all of the sauce in here, you could just do a couple ladlefuls.
And then I always take the basil out because especially little kids get grossed out by a big clump of basil. So
If they see it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to keep it in, it does add
Yes.
like a nice flavor to it, but at the same time, you can remove it.
you can, and this again is to your preference if you want it. I like a lot of sauce because then I dip my bread in it.
Exactly. All right, so here we go.
Little disclaimer. So Laura does not like, we talked about this.
Certain cheeses.
Certain cheeses.
The Italian cheeses.
Yeah, so we
unfortunately.
didn't put any on the pasta. You can mix it with the sauce while it's still in the pot. I like it that way. But because Laura doesn't, we're not going to do that. I'll just put some cheese on top separate. That looks delicious.
Okay, taking some fresh basil. If you want to make that kind of
that-
pretty.
The best quality pasta, sauce, basil, bread, wine. We've got it all. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you'll give us a try and let us know what you like and what you want to see more of.
Yes, let us know what you think.
Thank you.